Hey, back here for the conclusion of Josh Show's Black-White Tokens deck. We went 2-2 today, so not too exciting, and I'm not going to lie to you, I don't know how he does it. This Tokens deck, so as you can see, the first match we played against Kiki Cord, we were able to kind of control the battlefield, get on the board, do some stuff with Gideon, kind of make some flyers, properly pressure our opponent. Everything was great. Maybe a few well-timed removal spells helped out. But in other matchups, especially against like Scape Shift and even against Abzan, which is a fair matchup and something that I think Black-White Tokens is actively interested in playing, had some issues where you run into hands that were like 3 lands, a Path to Exile, an Inquisition, Intangible Virtue, and then like an Auriok Champion or some other nonsense, and then your deck doesn't really do anything. You are kind of disrupting your opponent with like your discard and your removal, but you're not like able to properly pressure them, and you kind of end up in crappy top deck scenarios where like you're drawing more discard and tangible virtues, maybe an Auric Champion off the top, and you're just not really doing anything that effective. So this is a synergy deck. It's kind of a sum of its parts, and especially when you can draw and have like well-timed singular pieces of that, like an Inquisition into a Bitter Blossom, into a Timely Reinforcements, and then a Virtue to top it off, or a Planeswalker. You know, this deck's powerful. It's definitely good at grinding. Lingering Souls is an awesome card for doing that, especially against other fair strategies. But I hesitate to have confidence in this deck moving forward, especially after the bans. The deck really lost a great matchup in Splinter Twin, and I think, perhaps unintuitively, I think there will be more aggressive combo decks moving forward, even though Amulet Bloom got banned. The fact of the matter is that Splinter Twin was doing a pretty good job of keeping lots of these like turn 3, 4, 5 degenerate combo decks in check, and I think there is a chance moving forward, especially at this Pro Tour, that we're going to see a lot of weird combo decks come out of the woodworks, and if that's the case, I'm not interested in playing a deck like this. That being said, of the things I liked, I really like the mana base. I think utilizing Flagstones of Trocare, a bunch of Ghost Quarters to help fight the big mana strategies and give you some more utility is awesome. Shambling Vents is great. Didn't come up too much, but just a powerful dual land creature land that gives you some utility against burn and helps race is awesome. Even the Vaults of the Archangel, Windbrisk Kites, just there's a lot going on in this mana base, and I like that a lot, and I don't even mind the 26 lands, even though I guess you could be prone to flooding. You could just kind of board out a Ghost Quarter or whatever, something that I did pretty frequently when you're on the draw. Like that aspect of the deck a lot. As far as the sideboard, obviously things are going to get a little different because, again, Amulet Bloom's gone, Splinter Twin is gone. Probably going to be less reliant on these like Fulminator Mages, Surgical Extractions, and other means of fighting big mana strategies. Can probably move towards more like traditional sideboard cards, maybe a couple like Damnations or Day Judgment Wrath of God can help against other creature matchups. Worship I still think is awesome. Stony Silence, I think, the Eldrazi deck has been picking up in popularity lately, and I think that and Tron are only just going to get better with Oath of the Gatewatch. So obviously Stony Silence is a premier white sideboard card of the modern format, and stuff like that's awesome. Another big draw to playing this deck is that you have a lot of good options as far as sideboard cards. You can kind of customize it however you want. This is just what Josh wanted to do for the particular weekend at the SCGTour in Charlotte, but a lot of flexibility for what you can do moving forward. Again, especially if there's lots of combo decks, then a white-black sideboard is pretty awesome. But yeah, this deck isn't really my cup of tea. I'm more generally a fan of Serum Visions, Jace Vryn's Prodigy, more degenerate stuff, but if you're in for some good honest magic of playing Inquisitions and grinding your opponents out with Lingering Souls, then Black-White Tokens is a pretty good choice, but maybe I'm a little bit salty for my 2-2 result today. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys.